This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, guys. Today, Danielle and I are going to be talking about how we should be nice to Mother Earth, even though Mother Earth is having a little bit of a panic attack right now. I honestly don't know when Mother Earth is going to get out of her panic attack, aka the coronavirus, because I don't know. I've been watching the news. I am still in hiding because everything is shut down here. I will. I am thinking like the rest of you. I will spend my birthday in quarantine and in social distancing because every single thing that happens on around my birthday is shut down. So yeah, we have to be nice to Mother Earth, and it's nice to go outside. And of course, today I'm sick. So as we record this, I am deathly, well, not deathly because I was yesterday I was deathly ill, but I'm getting better. But during this um during this mother's freak out, I'm coming to find out that so many cities and so many individuals are getting stir crazy because we're only allowed to go out um, for exercise and to the grocery store. Other than that, we in general are camped out at homes. So yeah, I mean it's nice to go outside, but at the same time, it's um it's a little bit of an interesting experience because they shut the whole economy down. And no one is supporting the well, I shouldn't say that. Let me backtrack. People are supporting people with disabilities, but they're not supporting people with disabilities in the way that I would like it because um as I said on early on Ask Lynn, I said, well, would you knock off the terminology of being housebound? Because that is a terminology that is used a lot in the disabled community. And I don't think you people understand how that much offends myself and Danielle. And I don't think you people understand how how everyone is trying to work, everyone is trying to play nicely, everyone is trying to play nicely with Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is finally giving up. She's finally given up. And I don't know how we from an ecological standpoint. And trust me, I don't know um, from an economic standpoint how we're going to get Mother Earth back on track because Mother Earth has given up. And I knew she was about to give up. I knew as I told you guys, I knew there was going to be a huge shift in 2020 uh in well in April, and then I saw it again in August. And so I knew exactly what I was going to be doing to a T, um, to a T when I first hit around running back in October and went to Florida in October. I knew exactly what I was going to be doing, how this was all going to be staged. And people thought, and they probably still think, I was nuts because I knew that my life was going to be shifting. In October, I knew that um, my life was going to be shifting again in August. And by the time it got to March, every single thing went underneath topsy turvy. So I don't know. And then, I don't know if you have any brilliant ideas, but share your wisdom. I don't know how we're gonna get Mother Earth back up on us. I don't know how we're going to be nice to Mother Earth again. I don't know whether the carbon footprint is gonna be stable again. I don't know whether people people's living situations are gonna be stable again. I know that I have stuff going on behind the scenes that I know my living situation is going to be stable, but I know that my work situation is never going to be stabilized again because I got laid off. I was going to be done with my job as a W-2 in playing in the education field, um, May 20th, and everyone knew it. And yeah, and so everyone knew it that I was going to be done May 20th, and I was going to celebrate with you guys May 20th, and was I wasn't quite prepared when they told me, and this is gonna make me cry. I wasn't quite prepared when they told me that um, my health and safety were their number one concern. I understand where they're coming from, but at least I could have jumped online and helped where I could.
Oh.
The Agree. So, agree. And the person with the speech impediment is saying, I agree. So, the fact that those dum-dums didn't plan going back in, and the fact that those dum-dums, I mean, people were making plans around me, and my school where I work wasn't making a plan. I mean, I was making plans in Florida not to, and we were watching everything up here as it went south from Florida. I mean, we were watching everything up here as it went south from Florida. So both my aide and I knew what we were coming home to. And so the fact that people were still functioning when things were shut down, dumb and dumbs, yeah, dumb and dumbs there um because the last time Danielle saw people physically was on March 9th. And now unfortunately
Yeah.
in Florida when she physically saw people. Otherwise, if I would have been home, I would have definitely shown up. But the fact that people were still functioning and trying to function, and schools were still open and everything else, that was a dumb and dumb move on everyone's part. And I say dumb and dumb because it was. And the fact that the president, and I hate to get political here, you guys, but I will. The fact that the president is saying drink um, detergent, it will save your life from coronavirus. No, 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 no. And I am going to repeat myself here. I have teased my mom, teased my stepmom in saying that those directions were awful and those directions were terrible. It would be like the president saying, "Need a Tide Pod." The magical cure is in there. And so basically, I don't know how we're going to get Mother Earth back up on her feet. I am hoping that I am planning to go somewhere in October. I'm planning to make plans in in July to do this event in October, but so many events have been moved and shifted because of it. And I can't do my other event because of logistical reasons. And so I've been searching for answers just as much as you guys have. And I find it interesting that the Aspen economy has said, well, you need to put stuff in place, but yet the but yet people are not paying attention. And my biggest fear and my stepmom's biggest fear is if we see another outbreak, me personally, I'm hiding. But if we see another outbreak, me personally, I might get it. I might get coronavirus. And so that's why I'm in hiding. That's why, truly, I'm in hiding because I don't want it. And with people not paying attention and not flattening the curve, even though out here we manage to flatten the curve, but when this economy opens back up, it's gonna be a scary, scary situation.
Yeah.
And so, Danielle, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah. Because to not uh,
Well, yeah, even if you're kind for those of you that didn't catch,
yeah.
she said be kind to Mother Earth. But I agree with you, Danielle. But for those of you who are trying to get Mother Earth out of her panic attack, um, yeah, I don't think we're doing a great job of it. I mean, our digital footprint is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because we're all stuck at home. And so I don't think we're doing such a great job of it. so be kind to Mother Earth and get outside as often as you can. But also be mindful of when this economy opens back up, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting sitch just because of um yeah, just because of everything that's going on. And so we'll see. We'll see what Mother decides to do, and we'll see if she will give us the infrastructure back, and we'll see if Mother will recover from her own little bout of coronavirus. And yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. And so, yeah, be kind to Mother Earth, but at the same time, be kind to ourselves. And so, Danielle, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, yeah, for, for, uh, then,
Well, thank you for following us. And that's it, you guys. And I'll be back next week. Oh, by the way, you guys, I am slowly but surely, I don't want to say retiring Aswin, but in a sense, I am. And it's it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, but um I know because I know the more I do on other people's podcasts, the better. And I will be interviewing people on Thursdays and Fridays. That's it. The podcast will still come out on Thursdays as Wind will. The artwork of CP will come out on Sundays, and then the amazing voices of teachers when I have an interview on that will also come out on Thursdays. So, but I have come into the conclusion that I need to educate people more on disabilities and more on disabilities on their podcast because they don't understand disabilities whatsoever. You guys, I'm lucky that you guys understand it, but at the same time, you guys don't. At the same time, you guys don't, and it's just heartbreaking to me that you guys don't. And I don't know how to fix this problem other than slowly but surely retiring as women still keeping their feet up. But we'll see. We'll see in the next couple of weeks whether that's gonna be a good idea or not. But right now I have too much craziness going on to even concentrate on Aswin, let alone myself. I mean, it's it's too much. It's too much, you guys. And so we are slowly but surely retiring Aswin, and that's going to be heartbreaking. But I feel like the more space I give to other people's podcast, the better off I'll be. And I had a person say to me yesterday on Facebook my audience doesn't have CP. I'm like, I don't give a rat's ass whether the audience doesn't have CP or not. But we need to, Danielle and I need to educate people about CP so they don't walk in blindly into taking care of the disabled.
Yeah.
And so I am so angry. I am so angry when people say, "Oh, you have CP, isn't that nice?" Well, you're going to find something out in the next couple weeks that will shock and amaze you guys that I've been hinting at for over a year now. And so now is the time to let the cat out of the bag. And I'm going to talk about it off mic with people and see what lands up. But this is going to be shocking to you that I need to educate people more and more about CP, and I don't think there's enough educational resources out there. I certainly don't think there's enough adults educating people with CP, and I just feel that this is what I should do, and I need to educate people about CP, and I need to slowly but surely and at least cut back on the amount of interviews that I'm giving personally because it's exhausting. It's exhausting having people, even though I love it, it's exhausting having people come to me, share the story, and not do anything afterwards. They believe and share it. Those who do, thank you. But those who don't, you can walk away. You can definitely walk away. And I beat to my own drum, and those who know me personally know that. And I no more Miss Nice Guy here. And that's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. You want asked to win, you better respect it because I am feeling more and more that I should get on other people's podcasts and educate people about cerebral palsy. And so, yeah, you guys really need to turn your tunes around as to how we're going to do this. And that's all I'll say about that. I'll leave you guys with that. And we're going back down to Thursdays and Fridays, and that's it. I mean, and there's over 13,000 episodes you can listen to. Well, I mean, for 2,000 episodes, but the fact that you are not doing what I asked you to do in the beginning, which is make in-kind donations, that's just surprising to me. The fact that you get off interviews with people in general, and then some of you share, but it's driving me nuts as a disabled educator, and those who want to stick around, be my guest, and stick around. But no more nice person about it, because I'm old, I'm tired, I'm sick of it. I mean, I'm going to be 32. I'm going to be 32. In my life, I've lost both my parents. I've been emotionally abused. And I'm still surviving. But you guys have got to help me and understand CP. And so, me losing both my parents, and then on top of it, um, watching, having 3 people watch me get emotionally abused, and wasn't cool. Wasn't cool. And luckily, I'm able to talk to those 3 people, but they will always be there for me. And even though Danielle didn't witness it, it still made an impact on her, because she is my BFF. So, do you want to talk about abuse surviving here? I mean, or do you just want me to throw in the towel and end my media career right here today? I mean, this is nuts, you guys. This is absolutely nuts. So that's what we're dealing with. I am also dealing with some other things behind the scenes that need to stay quiet for a little while longer. But this is nuts, because for me to be the voice for the voiceless, you guys have at least got to respond. Now, I may sound tired because I'm sick of school, but that's not the point. The point is to help podcasters out. The point is to help podcasters in general out. And not only me, but when a person offers you the interview, you share the interview as soon as it comes out. And that's all I'll say about that. And so you guys have a lot to think about and a lot going on. I know we all do, but this is crazy. This is crazy, and I will share something with you in the next couple weeks. I'm going to figure out how to do it, and so off mic with Danielle involved, and then a couple other people, and so this is going to be this, but I'm slowly but surely ending my podcast career. The podcast will still be up, but the podcast serves its purpose. But I have decided I need to get on other people's shows and educate them about CP. I have also decided that because of the one situation going on, that my books will be the books that are out there that are still in print. You're more than welcome to pick it up, but I will be publishing 2 books. One was supposed to come out in June. I don't know what happened to that. I had a full on launch plan, but it backfired on me. So, and then another one is supposed to come out in August, and I am concerned about the June launch plan because it backfired on me. Now Danielle, I know, has a couple books that are backfiring on her because of the same situation that I'm going through. And so the books that we have out now are are there to stay, but we're working on books as we speak, but we're not publishing books without help. And so if you know of anyone that wants to help two women with cerebral palsy publish books, shoot us emails, shoot us DMs, shoot us tweets. But right now we're in a holding pattern with our books. When do you
Yeah.
because of a certain situation that is going on, and yeah, we're in a holding pattern, and that really freaks me out. That really freaks me out that we're in a holding pattern with our books, because Danielle and I love to educate people about CP, and it's not like we don't want to do it. We're just in a holding pattern with our books, and it's gonna be a sad situation when this holding pattern gets over, and I have come to the conclusion that I should probably be a retired author by now, because the books that I have worked so hard on, and the books that Danielle has worked so hard on are now sitting on a shelf. I don't know where they are. We do, but they're now sitting on a computer collecting dust, and so and we'll explain the whole situation in the next couple weeks, why they're sitting on a computer collecting dust, and it's not my computer, it's not Danielle's computer, it's and so but we really can't get into it right now, but it makes me so sad and angry that the books are in a holding pattern. And I know you guys really want to support it, but it makes me so sad right now. And Danielle, Danielle is essentially laid off her job right now too, and her day job. And it makes me so sad that Danielle's other income, which is her books, and it makes me so sad that she doesn't have income right now, because the books are in a holding pattern. So if this is my plea to you guys, if you know anyone that wants to help two disabled women rescue books, be my guest, and shoot us emails, DM us, and next week, if you don't mind, Andy, next week we'll go into the whole sitch why the books are in a holding pattern. Do you mind explaining to the audience why our books are in a holding pattern?
Yeah, no, oh,
Okay, so next week, you guys, you're going to hear why our books are in a holding pattern, and it's going to be interesting. And I don't care who listens to it. I just want these books to get out of the holding pattern, because we need to start making money off these books to fund everything else we want to do in our lives.
yeah.
And so Danielle says, yes, but you guys have a beautiful Sunday and happy Memorial Day. And even though it's going to be a weird Memorial Day, just as a weird Easter, weird, well, Danielle had a birthday because she didn't have it in quarantine. But happy
Yeah.
Memorial Day. And so it's gonna be it's gonna be a weird 4th of July too. And it's my birthday's gonna be extremely weird. But it's gonna be better than it was. It's gonna be better than it was last year. Last year as you guys know, my family came out and did a welfare check and scared Aid half to death, and scared my stepmother half to death, and scared my stepsister half to death, and then scared me half to death on June 23rd. So it's gonna be a lot better, but still a weird birthday for me. So anyway, sorry that I rambled, but that's okay. And so we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys next week, and we'll go into Wild Bucks in holding pattern. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.